Welcome to And the Clouds Break, a slightly different vlog from me today, because when we researched our hotel and where we were going to come on holiday, there wasn't many up-to-date videos for us to have a look at, see what it was going to be like. So this is the Riu Palace Maspalomas, and this is approximately where they'll drop you off when you arrive in your coach, or there's a taxi rank here. The taxi rank is literally straight outside, and there's never been a time when I've walked out and found there's no taxis here. To give you a rough idea in terms of costs, to get to the lighthouse, that's about €6, and to get to the Umbo Centre, which is straight down there for about 0.8 miles, it's about €4. It's walkable to the Umbo Centre, but when it's hot, we decided to get a taxi. If you carry on down this road here, you will also find a number of shops and bars and restaurants. I think there's about 4 or 5 spa shops down there, and just over there is a small supermarket which is ideal for snacks, water, etc. Doesn't have a huge selection, but it's probably good enough for what you're going to need for your holiday. So this is the hotel, and as you walk in here, on the right hand side you will find the reception area where you'll check in, and we'll just stick our head in there and probably have people look at me rather strangely.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. So the reception area is here where you check in. And if we walk through to our left, we have an information board here which will tell you all about the local area and entertainment, etc. Here's the bar area, and if you go straight to those doors, there is the bar. And we have a selection of the usual boutique style shops that hotels have. I'm not buying any budgie smugglers, so don't worry. And this is the outdoor area where they have the evening entertainment on the stage at the end there. It is table service to these bars. Price wise, 3 Bombay Sapphires and tonics and an orange juice comes to about €20. So I guess comparable to UK prices. And if we take a squiz down here, is the main pool. I'm recording quite early, so there shouldn't be too many people completely naked, I hope, because otherwise the whole look like a bit weird. There's ramp access for pushchairs, probably a bit steep for wheelchairs, I would imagine. Plenty of sun lounges, plenty of shades. Also you have towel collection, which you exchange a coupon for towel collection, and also mattresses. This is the quieter of the 2 pools. And here we have a bar and a restaurant area for lunch. Now it's worth noting that through the entirety of the pool area is actually is also sun lounger service, I guess you'd call it. So you can order drinks and snacks to be delivered to your lounger, and there's lots of them around. So the hotel's on 2 sides. So we came in here, up there, and the world famous Maspalomas dunes are just down there, so literally 2 minutes walk away, and I'd recommend that for a fantastic experience at sunset. Sunset is absolutely amazing. Second of the 2 pools is here, which is more of a children's pool, where there is water jets, etc. Tends to be a little bit more noisy. And over here there is a small play area and a pool table, table tennis, which the stuff is available from reception. And that's a smaller pool. You may notice some sand, etc. It was incredibly windy last night and sand is blowing absolutely everywhere. It's not usually like that, and they have been busy sweeping up, etc. Nicely well maintained gardens. Next to the smaller pool, there is a wellness centre with a sauna, which I haven't used, and also massage, etc. I understand, but as I said, I've not used those. And a small gym with towels. It gets very hot in here. I've read a number of reviews that people have sort of been quite critical of the gym area, but in my experience it's fairly typical for a hotel. It has some fairly basic equipment, which is good enough if you want to get on there and do a quick run. Having said that, the run I've done here, I've gone and run along the beach because that's much more interesting and cooler. Coming through to the restaurant area, which in the mornings is set out so you can eat outside, which is quite nice, with sunshades as well, and the staff will help you with those. They will seat you. Alternatively, you can sit inside if you prefer it to be a bit cooler. They're just clearing up now, finishing up after breakfast. Let's give you an idea, and this is where the main meals are also served. I'd say in terms of what the selection is, the selection of food is adequate. We're pescatarians, so the food has been somewhat limited, but we've managed. I'm not going to criticise the food on that basis because that's our choice. You also have the option, with our package anyway, of eating once a week in what they call the Crystal restaurant, which is table service. Because of what we eat, we've not chosen that. Our daughter wouldn't eat anything there in any case. But people coming out have said it's quite nice. And then we back out to the reception area. Staff have all been fantastic, really helpful, very polite, and given good advice, etc. I was going to show you our room, but there's three of us in essence a two-person room, so it's a bit snug, but it's air conditioned, so that's fine. You get a safe in the room, which you have to pay for, and a balcony with some fairly comfy chairs. So we're a bit snug in there really, but for a two it would be ideal. For three it's not perfect, but good enough. So this is the walkway down to the dunes, but I really would recommend coming and watching the sunset here. It's absolutely stunning, and you'll find quite a lot of people collecting on the sand dunes, taking photos and filming and watching the sunset. It is absolutely stunning. I suppose if you've got a family, you might want to just be aware that down here somewhere, although I've not been to it, is a gay naked beach, which obviously you may not want to go and have a look at or sit on, if that's your choice. So again, the hotel straddles both sides of this path. This pathway does get quite busy, particularly in the evenings, as it gets to supper time when people are making their way back from the beach. On the right hand side here there are some public toilets if you are on the beach and want to come back up here. I would say it's not an easy walk to the sea. The sea looks quite close, but walking on sand dunes is incredibly difficult. I now know why people don't walk out of deserts. Kids have fun up and down, running up and down these sand dunes at night and sliding down them and rolling down them, etc. I'm not sure how well you'll see this on the video, but over to the right hand side here is the lighthouse, and we've had a couple of trips out there in a taxi. There's a selection of bars and shops there. We've had a couple of lunches there for something a bit different, and it's quite nice down there really. Although, as you expect, the bars on the seafront will charge you a premium for that privilege. So here are the sand dunes. So that's literally how close we are with the lighthouse over there somewhere. Now if you walk straight on here, you'll come to a selection of beaches and shops. About 20 minutes walk. I ran that way and did about 6k, so 3k out, 3k back. If you're into running, there are some steps which are an absolute fantastic challenge to run up and down because they're pretty steep. Nearly killed me, but I'm glad I did it. It really is quite stunning, and if we look back, we can look back on the hotel. Hopefully that's been a useful tour of what the hotel looks like. Hopefully it'll prompt some thinking if you're thinking of staying here. Happy to answer any questions you may have. To sum up the hotel, we're as a family quite divided on this because we stayed not far from here last year, and my other half prefers that hotel to this one. I'm pretty indifferent in terms of which was best. I think they're both they're nice hotels. I suppose probably in balance I'd probably prefer the Princess and Maspalomas to Riu Palace, because it just seemed that we could walk. There was more to walk to, so we could go for a quick wander and find a little cafe or whatever, but there are places here. I guess it's purely personal. I can't fault the hotel in terms of service we've received, the cleanliness is fantastic, the friendliness of the staff, which have been brilliant. The food I mentioned earlier, it's typical international hotel fare really. There is a small vegetarian selection for those that prefer not to eat meat, but that's a little bit repetitive if I'm honest, but we will manage. We haven't got hungry. I hope you found that useful. I mean, just in terms of how close we are to the airport, it's about 30 minutes from the airport, so it's very doable on the coach. Or alternatively, if you wanted to get a taxi to the airport, since other people posted, it's probably about 40-50 euros to get to the airport from here. Well, as I said, if you've got any questions, any queries, anything you'd like to know, I'm happy to address those. I'll pop up a TripAdvisor review at some point too. But thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day. Cheers, bye.